Nevada as the Trump campaign vows to keep fighting election results. For more insight, let's bring in Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford. Mr. Attorney General, thank you so much for joining us. I want to get your take on allegations made on this show just a few minutes ago by Republicans saying that in Nevada, they know that 9,000 votes were cast by people who moved out of Nevada and died. Your thoughts?
Well,
Not out and died, and moved out or died. Your thoughts?
Well, first let me say congratulations to President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris. And I'm going to say like my pastor used to say, God rest his soul, you ain't going to steal my joy today. Not ever, in fact. But to that particular question, they know nothing. In fact, what they're doing is continue hyperbole as they have been doing. They've been in court against us 4 times. We've defeated them every single time. This list they're talking about has been debunked as having, for example, military personnel on there who are serving overseas and have the right to vote. It could include Mormon missionaries on that list. It could also include college students on that list. And so I'm not hearing that it's nonsense. And at the end of the day, Nevadans know how to put on fair and free elections, and we did exactly that.
But there have been a number of news stories in your state in the past sort of saying that, you know, there have been in previous elections ballots who have been sent out to people who no longer live in Clark County and people who are no longer alive. So there's a bit of a precedent. It has happened before, according to numerous news agencies in Nevada.
Now, I don't come on Fox News frequently, but when I do, I'm going to be certain to reject improper premises. There is not a history of that in this state, and in fact, it's entirely to the contrary. Our Secretary of State, who is a Republican, has said point blank that we do not have a history of widespread voter fraud. And by the way, one of the reasons why it's taken so long to count these ballots is because we are trying to prevent voter fraud. We have safeguards in place, such as signature verification, such as unique barcodes. And by the way, again, if someone does commit voter fraud, I prosecute, as I'm already doing, based on the one that we've seen from last election cycle.
Where do the Nevada lawsuits stand as we sit right here today, sir?
They've lost them all, including the one yesterday. My Solicitor General's team was able to go in and inform the federal judge that there was no leg to stand on, excuse the pun in that particular respect. But at the end of the day, again, they've come to us 4 different times trying to undermine the integrity of this election, trying to keep people from voting, trying to keep people who have voted from having the votes counted, and we have defeated them at every single turn.
But do you, and finally, sir, do you say, look, bring it on if you want to come in here and you want to look for votes that may have been, may have had some fraud, that may have been inappropriate, that may have had some irregularities? Do you welcome that robust legal response from the Trump campaign?
So I've checked my receipts, and go back and look at my Twitter handle. On the election day, I said that no result comes until every lawful vote is counted. And so to the extent they want to come in and try to prove a point, they can do that. If they don't have the evidence, as they have not had at all, then they will be thrown out of court yet again.
Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford, thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you.